Every year, millions of people around the world are disabled by disease, accidents, or old age. For the past 4 years, an organization founded by one man has given hope to those who are unable to get about on their own. VOA's Craig Fitzpatrick has the story of a philanthropist who takes matters into his own hands. His story is narrated by Rob Sivak.
For disabled people living in poverty around the world, life can be a constant struggle, a struggle to escape the prison of immobility. This burden can also extend to a person's family, a father who has to carry his daughter around, or a sister or brother. As a disabled person gets older, things become more complicated. Disabled adults learn to be resourceful or they're left behind. The number of ways people invent to gain mobility are almost limitless. Today, the lives of these people living in China and these people living in Guatemala will change forever because they're receiving free wheelchairs from an American philanthropic organization, the Wheelchair Foundation. The group was founded by this man, Ken Behring, whose organization has distributed hundreds of thousands of wheelchairs to people in more than 100 countries over the past 4 years. Ken Behring personally delivers many of the wheelchairs himself. He says his mission is simple: deliver a wheelchair to anybody in the world who's disabled and can't afford one.
A wheelchair is, for a person like this, it gives them hope, it gives them freedom, it gives them dignity, and it gives them mobility.
With mobility, Ken Behring says, people feel more inspired to get a job or go to school.
The first thing they want is to know that somebody cares. Nobody has cared for them. They've been put in a back room, left to die, basically. When you give them hope, they change. Their personality changes in a matter of minutes.
Mr. Behring grew up poor, but became a successful automobile dealer and real estate developer. In 1988, he turned to philanthropic endeavors, establishing various charities. He wanted to give something back to others less fortunate, and along the way, says he found a new purpose in life.
It's the joy. I mean, you go through life and you can be financially successful, you can have a lot of happiness. But I've found through this, for the first time in my life, that I found out what joy is.
Mr. Behring started the Wheelchair Foundation with $15 million of his own money. Today, the foundation pays for the wheelchairs with contributions from private funding and U.S. government grants. Ken Behring hopes these wheelchairs help sow the seeds of peace around the world.
Well, the only way we can have peace around the world in any country is people to people. Leader to leader is not going to accomplish it. Wherever I go, I say I'm here bringing friendship and love from the people of the United States, that we care. We're here because we care.
The Wheelchair Foundation estimates that over 100 million disabled people worldwide are in need of wheelchairs. Mr. Behring and his foundation are trying to meet part of that need by setting a goal of distributing 1 million wheelchairs over the next 5 years.
When you pick up a person, you put them into a wheelchair. They grab your hands. I always ask them, the only thing we want in return is a smile.
This is Rob Sivak, VOA News.
Thanks for watching The Voice of America's This Week. We'd like to hear from you. If you would like to suggest stories or have comments about our show, here's our address. If you're sending email, it's thisweek@voanews.com.